Here's to North Texans, the doers, the achievers, the givers, the ones that always rise to the occasion, even in uncertain times, and have an unrivaled ability to make things happen. Things like history-making North Texas Giving Days. Last year, our community came together to support you, raising more than $50 million from more than 100,000 donors. What it proves is that we grow together when we give together, and that we can and will take care of each other. North Texas Giving Day is back. We're back to connect and inspire you to do the heroic and necessary work you do for our community. We're inspired by nonprofits that save the day for our kids, our people, even our pets. We're amazed by donors who stand at the ready to make a difference and will band together again this year. Given our world today, we know North Texas Giving Day is needed more than ever. And that's why we call you our heroes. The ones without capes, the ones without superpowers, the ones always willing and ready to make things happen today and every day. North Texas is
powerful,
big-hearted,
like family,
extraordinary.
North Texas is welcoming.
North Texas is resilient.
En North Texas somos generosos.
North Texas is giving.
North Texas is hopeful.
North Texas is awesome.
North Texas is community.
North Texas is sensational.
Welcome to North Texas Giving Day 2020.
Oh my gosh, wasn't that video inspiring?
So good.
It reminds me of the many reasons I call North Texas home. Chief among them, the generosity of this community. I'm Susan Swan-Smith, Chief Giving Day Officer at Communities Foundation of Texas, and it's time to kick off North Texas Giving Day 2020. I'm joined today by two members of the North Texas Giving Day team, Caitlin Guthrow.
Hello, everyone. I'm Director of Sponsorships and Nonprofit Relations on your North Texas Giving Day team.
And Chris McSwain.
And I am your Senior Community Engagement Officer for North Texas Giving Day.
Thank you to On Air Media for hosting us today and keeping us socially distant and safe while we're here to kick off the campaign.
That feels better.
Whew. It is so good to see both of you and be in the same place after way too many Zoom meetings over way too many weeks.
I agree.
Things are a little different this year, aren't they?
Yeah. In fact, everything is new and different. Normally when we kick things off, we are with you in your communities, at your gyms, your school gyms, in your universities, and in theaters. Remember that one year that we did a kickoff at a bar? That was like incredible. But you know, you're used to seeing all these people running around in blue and green, and we're handing out yard signs, and we're giving people hugs, and we're reuniting after not seeing them for a while. So this year does feel quite different, but I'm glad we're here.
Yeah, and you were here in these gorgeous on-air media studios, all decked out in our blue and green, knowing that there are over 1,500 of you tuning in. And although we can't see your faces, it's such a gift to be here and such a gift for us all to come together, even if it's virtually. And even though I think some things will look and feel differently this year for North Texas Giving Day, the core purpose, the core pillars of Giving Day remain unchanged, and we cannot wait to rally the community around you in September.
Usually at about this time in a Giving Day presentation, I look at my phone and say we're 90 or 100 some odd days out from North Texas Giving Day, and then turn to you all to say who's doing this for the first time. Well, I don't have to look at my phone to know that we are 90 days out from North Texas Giving Day on September 17th. We are also 90 days in from the last time the North Texas Giving Day team and the Communities Foundation of Texas team were together in the office. So I think this is about the perfect time to get started with the Giving Day season, don't you?
Let's do it.
So, show of virtual hands. How many of y'all are doing North Texas Giving Day for the first time? Leave us a comment. Tell us what nonprofit you're representing. And welcome. We are so glad you are here with us and that you're going to be part of the Giving Day team. We're going to cover a lot of material, but please don't worry. Everything we're going to talk about is either on our website or will be in one of our bi-weekly newsletters. In fact, this entire training will be up for you to watch again if you want to. So take notes, but don't worry if you miss something here or there. Now, how many of y'all are veterans? How many of you done this for 3 or more years? Has anyone done it for all 12 years? Truly impressive. Leave us a comment too. Tell your colleagues what a favorite North Texas Giving Day story is, or a lesson you've learned from your years doing North Texas Giving Day. Usually at this time of year, I'm getting 2 questions a lot. One is, who powers North Texas Giving Day and why? And the other is, what's Giving Day all about? Well, North Texas Giving Day is powered by Communities Foundation of Texas. We were founded in 1953 on the simple but remarkable notion that every day we can make our communities better. We do that by building a strong foundation for nonprofits and for donors. From there, we work to grow giving through donor-advised funds, through wise investment of resources, and most visibly through North Texas Giving Day. On that foundation, we work to catalyze change. Whether it's our Educate Texas program, a public-private partnership working on education across the state, or our Caruth Foundation grants, or our work with low-income working families, or our recent COVID-19 work. Our job is to build a thriving community for all. That's our overarching goal. Now, what about North Texas Giving Day? Well, Giving Day's why is simple. We exist to grow the power and spirit of giving. Giving Day is fun, it's optimistic, it's inclusive, and it's powerful. We bring the community to action with a clear call to action to get up and give, to support the wonderful nonprofits throughout our region. Now, those are the questions I usually get. This year, I'm getting different questions. One is, will there be a Giving Day in September? The second one is, what will Giving Day look like? And the third one is, how much money will you raise? Well, to the first question, heck yes, there's going to be a Giving Day in September. Our nonprofits have never been more important to the well-being of a community than they are now, and your need for support has never been more crucial. Plus, giving is what we do around here in September, and we're not going to deny our donors an opportunity to do that. To the second question, what will Giving Day look like? Well, we know some things are going to be different. Today, for example, we're not doing any of our trainings in person. They will all be online and available on demand. There won't be a printed toolkit like you're used to getting, but it's on the website ready for you to download. We're clearly not going to be handing out yard signs at our kickoff, but there will be yard signs, lots of yard signs, and there will be designated pickup points for them throughout the region starting early in August. Our messaging is going to be a little different. You'll hear less about party with a purpose and more about us all coming together to build a thriving community for all. And our events will be socially distant and COVID-19 appropriate. We may do a car parade to celebrate the launch of early giving, maybe a Zoom pep rally, maybe a virtual concert. We know the drive to come together is strong, and we'll figure out a way to make it work. The important thing is that we know many things about Giving Day are not going to change. The work of our nonprofits is still vital to the health and well-being of our community. We still live in a very generous community that has come together time and again to show its commitment to building a better community for all. And third, North Texas Giving Day was constructed originally as a totally online giving event. What better event for this situation that we're in? And our team is here to help you have the best Giving Day you have ever had. So we know a lot of the important things about Giving Day are not going to change. Now, as to that third question, how much money are we going to raise? Y'all, I don't know. We never know at this point. We continue to be amazed year after year at your creativity and your passion and how much money your efforts get people to give. And then year after year, you turn around and inspire people to give more. So we'll all have to wait up until midnight on September 17th to see how much money we raise. But we are confident it's going to be a very successful North Texas Giving Day. So onward from here, Caitlin Guthrow is going to take over and talk about how to get started. And then I'll be back a little later on.
Well, as Susan mentioned, the work of nonprofits is more important than ever before. We are all facing a certain level of uncertainty, and let's face it, some days are harder than others. But what we do know is that North Texas nonprofits are resilient. Through North Texas Giving Day, our goal is to help support your financial resilience, to build that community-wide celebration that lifts up giving by engaging the entire region and frankly beyond to support local nonprofits. So I know we have a lot of nonprofits who are new to North Texas Giving Day, so let's cover just some of the fundamentals. First and foremost, to participate in North Texas Giving Day, you must register your nonprofit organization for the big day. Registration is now open and you have until August 17th to sign up. Simply visit northtexasgivingday.org and select the scrolling button that reads "Click here to register." Registering and being approved for North Texas Giving Day not only gives you the opportunity to participate in the big day in September, but also provides you the opportunity to participate in any supplemental fundraising campaigns that happens year-round. If you have not participated in North Texas Giving Day before and are unsure if your organization is eligible, simply visit the Frequently Asked Questions section of the website. And just as we have done in the past, we are providing the Early Bird Perks Club. So for nonprofits who register their organization by Friday, July 10th, your nonprofit will have priority consideration for media opportunities, be entered into a random drawing for one of 5 $500 registration prizes, receive additional yard signs for your promotional efforts, and win a chance to have your yard signs delivered to your front door. It doesn't get better than that. Finally, being a member of the Early Bird Perks Club gives you a chance to win an incredible prize with our host, On Air Media. This will be a choice of either a 3-month podcast or a series of social media video communications that can be used year-round to spread the word about your mission. So I encourage you to go ahead, register for North Texas Giving Day now, and by that Friday, July 10th deadline to take advantage of these opportunities. So to support your efforts this year and really help you with your North Texas Giving Day campaign, we are implementing Training Tuesdays. Each Tuesday, we will air a new training video highlighting strategies, best practices, and various ways to leverage North Texas Giving Day. We will host approximately 12 Training Tuesdays for you to pick and choose which you would like to participate in, and all trainings will be recorded and housed on the North Texas Giving Day website. Although some of the trainings will be longer and will be more in-depth, the majority of trainings will be in a Take 15 format, meaning taking 15 minutes out of your day to grab a cup of coffee and join us for an overview of highlighted topics we know give nonprofits a high return on their investment. And as we have done in previous years, we will also continue to secure a bonus and prize pool in order to amplify gifts from the community. We will be raising bonus and prize funds all summer long, and the bonus total will be announced the day after Giving Day. Bonus funds are not a dollar-for-dollar match, but will be distributed proportionately to partially match contributed gifts. Prizes will be both cash and in-kind awards and are designed to be won by new organizations to Giving Day, returning organizations, and nonprofits of all sizes. North Texas Giving Day prizes range from random drawings to cause-related prizes to geographically focused prizes and more. We will be updating the prizes page of the website throughout the summer for you to check out what prizes are available this year. And for more information on both the bonus and prize funds, please check out the frequently asked questions section of the website. And just as we are working to support nonprofits in North Texas Giving Day, we are also working to provide donors additional resources to support their giving and engagement with local nonprofits. We will have a resources section up just for givers on the North Texas Giving Day website. Early giving will begin on September 1st and run all the way through midnight on September 16th. Early giving allows donors more flexibility in when they give to the causes nearest and dearest to their hearts. Donors do not have to create an account in order to give early. And gifts made prior to September 17th will be processed in real time. So you as the nonprofit and your donors will see how much you've raised going into the big day. And remember, as a nonprofit, you have access to your donor report. You can see who is giving early to your organization in real time as gifts come in, and of course, throughout North Texas Giving Day on September 17th. Donors can not only financially support your organization through North Texas Giving Day, but also give their time. Participating nonprofits, you can promote your volunteer opportunities on your profile page, and donors will have the opportunity again to express their interest in supporting your nonprofit through volunteer hours, and they could even pledge hours of service to your specific organization. Many of you have already asked what North Texas Giving Day events will look like this year. What we can say is that the drive to come together is strong, and we will be working with both North Park Center and our event partners throughout the region to determine what makes sense for this year. We will make sure to update the website and communicate regularly to you through the nonprofit newsletter to keep you informed. So although we don't know exactly what North Texas Giving Day events will look like this year, we are excited to be rolling out a new interactive event section of the website. This will be an opportunity for participating nonprofits to post events that they are hosting that will appear publicly and can engage the broader community. So whether that is a virtual event, a Zoom party, you name it, you will be able to post that this year and engage new and prospective donors. So now that we've gone through just some of the key components of North Texas Giving Day, I want to pass it off to my teammate Chris to share more about how the North Texas Giving Day team will be supporting you this year.
Okay, so you've heard a little bit about the whys and the hows. We're going to spend a little bit of time now talking about what comes next. The first thing, as you remember Caitlin said, after you finish watching this is to register. And that's the easy part. After that, you're going to think about how you're going to approach your North Texas Giving Day 2020 campaign. And if you had to break it down into 4 steps, you do it like this: getting ready, getting started, making a plan, and then making it go. Congratulations, friends, you're already partway there. So for our veterans, you already know what I'm about to say. It's our tried and true tool, the thing that will help you get your plan started, the North Texas Giving Day Nonprofit Toolkit. For our new friends, the toolkit is an all-inclusive resource that includes so many tools and resources that'll help you get started. You can find this resource on the resources page of North Texas Giving Day's website. So the toolkit will help you identify and name your 2020 goals, build a comprehensive marketing strategy, schedule your communications and identify marketing resources, provide templates for your outreach, and so much more. We recommend that you refer to it often as you begin your planning process, and as you get in the swing of things, check out some of our other toolkits online. Now, for training. The toolkits are just one piece of the preparation pie. In addition to those written resources, we'll have a full slate of virtual training opportunities that we'll release all summer long in what we're calling Training Tuesdays. Our team, with the support of several industry experts and friends, will be providing critical training on some of your most requested topics. Some of those topics include social media strategy, board engagement, fundraising pages, matching funds, and brand new this year, Graphics 101. And that's just a small preview of the many training topics we have planned for you. You'll learn the ins and outs from soup to nuts about all the things that will help your campaign be successful. And because we totally understand that Zooming and video calls can do a number on you, each of these sessions will only be 15 minutes. But the training doesn't stop there. Our team produces a content-rich but very readable newsletter that is released every 2 weeks. And in that newsletter, you'll get the latest and greatest program updates from North Texas Giving Day, calendar-centric tips on what you should be doing and when, important date reminders, updates from our partners, and cool opportunities that come from Communities Foundation of Texas. These newsletters are another crucial part of your toolbox, so be sure to read them every other week. And of course, because we're all online on all the social media outlets, we have an exclusive Facebook group. That's right, just for you, just for our participating nonprofits to talk to us and to talk to each other, to learn ins and outs, tools and tricks, and to really get to know who you're working with in our region. So be sure, if you aren't already a part of it, to request to join the North Texas Giving Day nonprofit Facebook group. Again, all of these tools and more can be found online at northtexasgivingday.org under For Nonprofits. Now let's talk about momentum. When you start seeing blue and green everywhere, and you're hearing it on the news, and you're hearing it on the radio, and you're seeing the hashtag and saying to yourself, it's that time of year again? Well, it takes some work to make that happen, and the North Texas Giving Day team does it in partnership with you. How do we get the public aware and engaged? How do we make sure that people are reading your profile pages and learning about your mission and reading your quotes and meeting the members and the clients that you serve? We do it by working together. We work with your team to collaborate on bringing those stories together to make sure that the community knows just what kind of impact you're making. We create the overarching North Texas Giving Day message. You take it, customize it, and make it fit your organization, and together we share it with the media, with various audiences, and really with the world. This multi-pronged approach is key to making sure that new and prospective donors get to learn about all the wonderful things that you're doing. And to make that go even further, the North Texas Giving Day team partners with local media to ensure that the message is going far and wide. We create and secure assets for television like PSAs and for radio, and we also work to ensure that we have loads and loads of coverage happening in the various parts of the region where you work and serve. Also, we take to social media and we provide tons of graphics. So for your profile images, for your frames, for your multiple banners, we ensure that you have all that you need to customize the North Texas Giving Day message and make it fit your organization. The goal here is simple. We want to create authentic impact and ensure that everyone in our region gets to know the wonderful work that makes our community thrive. And we can only do it with you. So be sure to send us all of the great news and all of the impact stories that you get to see every day. Now, on to other marketing stuff we know and love. Yard signs. So to state the obvious, friends, we know that we are all home. We're walking more in our communities, we're waving more at our neighbors' homes, we're decorating our windows, and we're really making sure that people in our communities and in our neighborhoods know what we care about. And so why not do that with North Texas Giving Day? So this year, we are providing more yard signs than ever. We will have multiple pickup locations throughout the region where you can access to pick up the signs you need for yourself and maybe even for some of your neighbors. We're going to make this work, and we're going to spread the North Texas Giving Day message, even if that looks a little different than it has before. And so of all the resources that we just talked about, all the tools, all the trainings, and all of the virtual opportunities to learn, one of the biggest tools that we want you to know about and feel comfortable with is our team. Our dedicated staff is here for you. And so if you have questions or need feedback on some of the things you're working on, the best way to get to us, as we're all working from home, is via email. So please be sure to submit your questions to North Texas Giving Day at cftexas.org. We've got you and we've got each other. And now I'm going to turn it back over to Susan, who's going to talk to you about the nuts and bolts on North Texas Giving Day.
Chris called this section nuts and bolts. It's probably more accurately labeled dollars and cents. When it comes to dollars and cents, there are 4 things for you to know. First, there is a fee to participate. It ranges from $50 to $200 based on your organization's budget size, and it is payable by credit card at the time you register. Second, as Caitlin mentioned, we are going to have bonus funds and prizes this year. Our goal is to raise $1.2 million in bonus funds so that we can offer a bonus about what it was last year, 3.2%. We also had an all-time high of 165 prizes last year, valued at $400,000. And our goal is to meet or exceed that total for this year. Third, there are fees on gifts your donors make. It's 4.99%. That fee covers the credit card fee, it covers the technology platform, and it helps defray some of the costs of putting on the day. Consistently, over 70% of your donors decide to cover those fees for you. We have a very generous donor base. And fourth, most important thing possibly, is when will you get your money? Well, your checks will be emailed to you on October 31st. All right, so before we do a walk through the website and turn it over to Q&A, I just want to be sure we were all on the same page about key dates for the rest of the summer. So here are all the key dates you need to know, with deadlines in green and trainings in blue. Registration is now open, and it's my understanding we've already had a couple hundred organizations register just now during this kickoff session.
Yay!
Registration closes on August 17th, and then the third important date for you to know is August 28th. This is the last day for you to make content changes to your profile. After the 28th, you can still edit your fundraising goal, you can add matching gifts, and you can create fundraising pages all the way through September 17th. Do notice the many training sessions we have across the course of the summer, and these will all be available on the website as soon as they are premiered. Well, let's see, Chris, have we had any questions come in?
Yes, there's a ton of questions, and so I'll kick one off to you, Caitlin. Can you talk a little bit more about our trainings this year? What topics will be covered? Anything else you want to offer about those?
Sure. Well, hello, everybody, again. We're doing Training Tuesdays at 2 o'clock this year. And so the majority of them will just be 15 minutes because we didn't want to take up too much of your day. And we know long Zoom calls can be exhausting. But we'll cover matching funds, a lot about fundraising pages, board engagement, donor stewardship, and some others. But we still will have some topics we're going to go more in depth on. So we are going to be partnering again with the Richards Group to do a more intense, comprehensive training around social media. So you'll definitely want to tune in for that. And we've had some other some other training topics come up, like how in the world to do a virtual event. So keep checking back on the resource section of the website because we may be adding more that are on this list.
Awesome. I have another question if we're ready. Susan, can you answer how do emailed checks work?
It's actually remarkably simple. It's complex on the accounting side to make sure everything is totally legitimate. But your check will arrive as an attachment to the link that you click in your email, and you can print it on regular paper and deposit it at your bank as you would any other check. It works really very well.
Great. Here's another great question. Since we won't be having in-person trainings and events, how can nonprofits connect and collaborate with other staff and leaders of nonprofits?
Well, I'll take that one. We are going to be having again on Facebook our North Texas Giving Day peer-to-peer group. This is a great space for nonprofits to connect with each other, share ideas, get advice, and also it's a great opportunity and platform for us to communicate information to you as well. So just go to Facebook and search for North Texas Giving Day, a nonprofit peer-to-peer Facebook group, and just request access, and you'll be a part of that group.
I'll just add a plug for the Facebook group. It's a super just collaborative community that it's so fun to watch people connect and get to know each other. We've seen so many fun collaborations happen over the years. So feel free to request to join that group if you want to be a part of that and just get to meet not only other nonprofit staff, but also our team to connect with us a little bit more deeply. So go ahead over to Facebook if you're not already there and request to join that group.
And Chris, you had also mentioned events. So I just thought, let's talk a little bit about that too. I know events are top of mind for a lot of people, and we are honestly figuring out what is possible in this time of social distancing. So we are exploring opportunities right now. We can't tell you today exactly what CFT is going to be hosting, but trust us, we're working on it. We're going to have that new interactive section of our website around events up as soon as we can. And that will also show you what organizations are hosting Giving Day events all throughout North Texas. Once again, whether that's a car parade or a Zoom party or a social distancing in-person event. So more to come on that.
The car parade looks pretty popular in the comments.
Speaking about events, a question we just received, what COVID guidelines will be encouraged if we do have in-person events?
That's an excellent question. We actually, when you put an event on our website, you'll be asked to attest that you are going to follow the city or county guidelines for your particular area. And as we all know, those have been changing over time. So, the basics, the basic sensible things, the social distancing, the wearing of masks, the repeated hand washing, outdoors, those are the kinds of things. And as they are updated, we'll be asking you to stick to those regulations too.
And from YouTube, how would you handle messaging if you just did really well on the May North Texas Giving Tuesday now and you don't want to contribute to donor fatigue? Well, I'll just chime in there. What we realized is that this is a really unique year, and we realized and needed to be responsive in May because people and nonprofits were reeling immediately from the effects of COVID. What we know in September is that we'll still be walking through navigating this time, and so, as Susan said earlier, we don't know exactly what numbers will look like. All we can really encourage you to do as the nonprofit is to be authentic in your ask. To tell the truth about what your organization has needed to pivot from or to, and really just tell the story of how your organization is looking to continue its work in the ways that are most effective, that are most safe, and that really help you continue to carry out your mission. So I would lead with just authenticity around what your message is and what your needs are right now.
And, you all know your donors best, but so if you don't feel comfortable putting out another ask to all of your donors, then segment that donor list. Perhaps September is going to be a focus time for you to reach out to volunteers who haven't financially supported your organization, or perhaps lapsed donors who haven't given on May 5th or last year. Or maybe you want to just focus your campaign on attracting new donors. So that's an opportunity as well if you don't feel like you can do another blanket ask.
I found a question here on the Facebook group. If someone participated in North Texas Giving Tuesday now, do they still need to register for North Texas Giving Day in September?
Yes, you do still need to register for North Texas Giving Day. Yes, we want you to update your information. We're asking some new questions this year, so it would be very helpful for you to do that. That's also when you pay your registration fee.
And new this year, we're going to have some new cause search areas. So make sure to check out the website today if you want to look at those before you even register. We've got some new categories around civil justice, racial equity, advocacy, and you can pick up to 3 cause areas to represent your organization. So encourage you to look at those as well.
For those who are just joining or may have hopped on a little late, I see this question just came in. Will this broadcast be available to watch later? Of course, it'll be on Facebook immediately after we are off live and also on YouTube. And then if you give us a few hours, or let me say another day, we'll have it live on the North Texas Giving Day Nonprofit Resources page. So yes, you'll be able to watch this following the live session. Another question about yard signs. I saw in the comments that people got pretty excited about that. And as we shared, obviously we're not able to distribute those today as we would a normal kickoff, but we will have several locations throughout the region for you to pick them up. And for some, we'll have an opportunity, if you register early, to have those yard signs delivered directly to you. So once we finalize all those locations across the region, we'll be sure to post those on the Nonprofit Resources page, in our Facebook groups, in our emails, on social media. You'll certainly be able to find out what's the most convenient location for you to pick up those signs.
And we cannot thank Metropolitan Press enough for putting those yard signs together and producing those with us. They've been a stalwart supporter every single year.
Again, this year, they're going to offer discounted printing for you all.
Yeah.
And the link to place an order with them is on the Nonprofit Resources page.
And in terms of yard sign pickup locations, we're actually going to have one in Dallas, one in Denton, one in Collin County, one in Tarrant, at least one in Tarrant. So there'll be plenty of opportunities, and CFT staff will be there all masked up to help drop those off for you.
Susan, you touched on this already in our nuts and bolts, dollars and cents section, but a person asked, how do we know what the fee will be to participate? It sounded as though it was on a sliding scale.
It is on a sliding scale. It's based on the size of your budget, and I would try to quote it back to you, but I will probably mess it up. But that is on the website as well. It's $50 if you're a small organization. The max it gets to is $200 if you're a very big organization.
Thanks. We have another question here. What advice do we have for organizations to find matching funds?
Oh, great question. We do know from analyzing Giving Day data over the past few years that nonprofits who secure a matching fund, they do perform better on Giving Day, and they have higher growth rates of funds raised. So we're going to have a whole training on matching funds. It's going to talk about really what they're all about, who you can approach to be a matching fund donor, why they're important, and just truly the mechanics of them on the platform. So that training will be up on the website. There's information in both the nonprofit toolkit and in the marketing toolkit. There's even a template ask in the marketing toolkit. But as you'll see, yours truly in that training, it's really talking about not overthinking those asks, and we talk through some specific prospects and how to approach them. But one more thing is, to be honest, anyone who believes in your work can serve as a matching fund donor, right? That could be an individual, that could be a foundation, that could be a local business, or it could be a combination. And one of the things that we talk about in this training is there are so many great examples from what nonprofits did last year where they actually got a group of matching fund donors together. So imagine your whole board of directors, or a family combined with a foundation, combined with a local business, all coming together to support your work. So more to come on that.
Yeah. Speaking of more to come, one question that we keep getting is about our t-shirts. It's so exciting to know that so many of you want to show your North Texas Giving Day pride by wearing a shirt. And we are happy to say that we are fast and furiously working on that to make them available to those who want to get them for themselves and perhaps their staff. And so we are working on that, and there will be more information on our website about that shortly.
Also, it looks like there's one here. What is your advice for recruiting volunteers as much as receiving donations?
Well, I would say take advantage of the volunteer needs section in your profile. You'll have a chance to answer that as you register. I think the more specific you can be about what you need and the kind of skills you're looking for, the better. You don't have to have everything detailed out to the day of the week where you're going to want people, but something that's a little bit inspiring for them. I think if you've got virtual opportunities for people, we are seeing many people be interested in doing that, and many nonprofits be interested in doing that as well. After Giving Day, it'll be part of your donor report. You will get information on everyone who said they'd like to volunteer for you. And this year, we're able to separate people who are new volunteers from people who have volunteered before. So I would then suggest doing some pretty assertive follow-up with those individuals to express your interest in their interest in helping you.
And also keep in mind, we have heard from a lot of different nonprofits who've actually recruited volunteers to help them put their campaign together. So if you have any volunteers who you know are really great at social media and could help you either create content or push that out, or if you wanted to have some volunteers come together to even help you in terms of identifying those who believe in your mission and who could create fundraising pages. So that's another great way to engage people who believe in your work, is helping them actually implement your North Texas Giving Day campaign.
Let's talk about fundraising pages a little bit, because we've just barely touched on that. We are going to have some training information on that too. But over the last couple of years, fundraising pages have really become a force. We raised $1.7 million, I think, last year through fundraising pages, and 2/3 of those donors were new to North Texas Giving Day. So the idea here is that your superstars, your board members, your staff members, your donors, set up a fundraising page, which is really pretty simple to do, but they can add photos and their personal story to it. And then they push that out to their networks. So they're reaching people that you can't usually reach, people that we can't usually reach, and really bringing new people to your cause. So they're quite straightforward to set up and really worth the investment.
Well, and our team has put together some great step-by-step instructions, both in video and in paper format, because we all learn differently. And you can actually set up fundraising pages on behalf of others. So let's say your board of directors, your entire board agree they're going to set up a fundraising page, but maybe they need some help and they're not as tech savvy as you are. You can actually set them up for them in a board meeting. So there's going to be some great tools. You can set up fundraising pages on August 3rd, starting on August 3rd, and have plenty of time to push those out during early giving, which begins on September 1st.
We have another quick question that I'll just address about yard signs. There is no cost for the yard signs. That is our gift to you, and thanks for helping to spread the word. So there is no cost for those. Another question. Will you speak to what restrictions are on donations that can count toward earning bonus funds? For example, in the past, it was no events pledge payment.
Okay, I think there are two questions there, but we'll try to tackle them both. One, we send a tax receipt saying the entire gift is tax deductible. So as we all know, there can't be benefits associated with any of the gifts that come in on North Texas Giving Day. For example, benefit tickets. I think that answers that part of the question. The other part about bonus funds is every gift that comes in through our platform, every credit card gift is eligible for bonus funds. Every gift that comes in through a donor-advised fund gift, and those can come from Communities Foundation of Texas, from North Texas Community Foundation, from the Dallas Foundation, and from the Texas Women's Foundation. Those gifts are all eligible for bonus funds. Offline gifts, checks, cash, appreciated stock that you all take in and record on your own are not eligible for bonus gifts, for bonus funds.
And Susan, you may have said this, sorry, I've been focused on the event, but all gifts up to $10,000.
Thank you, I did not say that.
Are eligible for bonus funds. So if you have a major donor, if you're one of those lucky organizations that individual says, I want to give you a gift of $20,000 through the platform, the first $10,000 would receive bonus funds.
Yes.
I have a question here. Someone asked, is there a place that they can go that has a description of everything required in registration, so that when they go to register, they know that they already have what they need?
Sure. So if you go on to the northtexasgivingday.org website, you should see at the top navigation a title that says nonprofits. The first selection underneath that is going to say eligibility, and that'll take you directly to our FAQ that outlines all of the things you need to have in place in order for you to register and participate in North Texas Giving Day.
And the other thing that we're going to have, our teammate is fiercely putting this together, and it should be up on the website most likely by tomorrow. Our team is working really hard, is a step-by-step video on how to register. So it really walks you through the process in case you have any questions. We have been improving that process every year, but just in case, we'll also have that available.
Anything else coming in?
Let's see.
These are all great questions.
I know.
And, just remember, if you don't see what you're looking for on the website, under the resources section, which is really going to be your go-to place, check out the frequently asked questions document, because our team is really good at updating that on a regular basis as questions come in. And we know that this year, for the most part, will feel a lot like Giving Day, but obviously it's going to be different. And then if you don't see what you need in that frequently asked questions document, reach directly out to the team. That's the fastest way to get a response from us, is to email us as simply North Texas Giving Day at cftexas, all spelled out, .org. That's really the best way to reach us.
There is a question that just came through, or rather an ask for our team to please review where the toolkit is located. And so if you go right back to that nonprofit header on the website and you go to the resources page, you'll see a number of different descriptions for trainings. If you look toward the right of the screen, there is a list of downloadable toolkits. And so you have the major nonprofit toolkit, and then you also have others on social media, on how to engage elected officials, one on how to engage your board. Those are all there for immediate download. So feel free to print them out if you need them. In lieu of our typical and traditional printed toolkit, all of those toolkits will be available for you to download at your leisure.
And, we're going to have this kickoff recording up on the website very soon, potentially even today. And if you hear us mention something, but you don't see it yet on the website, it's because we are quickly and furiously putting all those things up for you. And so every single solitary tool, will it be up today? No, but it will be up shortly. So keep checking back as you work through your campaign this summer.
Anything else we haven't covered?
Let's see. So we have some
about
interesting
2 more minutes for questions.
2 more. Okay, great. So we just have an ideas question that might be a little fun for us to just brainstorm around. One says, what might be an interesting way to thank donors in these socially distant times? So I'm imagining that this person may have an event usually after Giving Day to thank them. And so what ideas do we have to figure out how we can thank folks who have been generous?
Well, I'll start, but then I'd love for us all to comment. When we can't actually physically to be together, videos are a fun way for you to feel connected. I really miss seeing Chris and Susan and my team on a regular basis, but seeing their face in a video, and maybe even having your whole team, either through a Zoom video, thank your donors. One interesting idea that the Hendrick Scholarship Foundation did actually on this May 5th campaign is they had some board members set up fundraising pages, and they were so grateful for that because it really led to additional donations and new donors. Is they surprised them, socially distanced in the front yard, and to give them an award thanking them for setting up the fundraising page. And they did a little Facebook Live of it. So, once again, they're outside, front yard, 6 feet apart, but surprised them with a little award to thank them. And so it was very personal. It also allowed them to promote their mission. So that was a recent new thing that I just thought was really outside of the box.
And I'm really old school. I think the phone call on the day of, my husband and I made a gift on May 5th, and a couple of organizations called us, and that was pretty impressive. The personal note, even in this day and age, don't forget the simple things.
Yeah. And I'll just add my little thing. I know we're all virtually Zoomed, video called out, but I was a part of an exclusive Instagram live party. And so I really enjoyed getting to just enjoy music and celebrating with folks online. So if you are able to create a closed event for some of your special donors, that might be a way for people to not only get to see and hear you, but some of the other folks that support your work. So that's another idea. I know, video calls can be taxing, but sometimes they can be a lot of fun just to connect with people in a new way.
And so we are coming to the end of the kickoff of the beginning of the 2020 North Texas Giving Day season. This has been a real pleasure for us, not just because we got to see each other, but I hope it's been helpful to you all. Let me reiterate a couple of things we have said. Go get your organization registered before that July 10th deadline, so you've got those early bird perks. Join us for training Tuesdays throughout the summer, and know that anyone that you miss is going to be available on the website whenever you want to watch it. If you have questions, check our FAQs. If you can't find an answer there, send us an email to northtexasgivingday@cftexas.org. We've covered a lot of ground today, but again, let me reiterate, everything you need to know is available on the website, under those nonprofit resources, in one of those toolkits, or will be coming in our biweekly newsletters. So please take advantage of all of those sources and the peer-to-peer Facebook page. That should have your bases pretty well covered. It's our honor to stand alongside you in the vital efforts you are making to make North Texas a thriving community for all. You all are the heart and soul of North Texas Giving Day, and what you do blows us away every single year. Let's continue to show the rest of the country and the rest of the world how we do fundraising in Texas, and have our best Giving Day ever. Take care of yourselves. Still have a little fun with this. We hope to be able to see you in person soon. And as we say at CFT, even in our remote offices, go team. Good luck.
Go team. Thanks, everyone.